What's up?
Sweet.
I think it's going. Should be going.
But yeah, we usually ask like new guests. I was about to ask you guys, like, you ever had like any paranormal experiences in your life? Like,
Oh man,
anything weird that like you're like, oh, what the fuck?
all the freaking time, all the time. Especially when I was younger. I used to have a teddy bear, and one night I didn't have it in my house. I forgot where I left it. Yeah. Anyways, and I was asleep, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and it's sitting on the foot of my fucking bed, just staring at my ass. Straight upright, just staring at me. And I'm just totally freaked out as a kid. I don't know what to do or anything, so I just hide under my covers and whatnot have you. And I don't know how many minutes it was, but I peeked my head out of the blanket, and now the teddy bear's fucking right there at the edge of the bed.
Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's crazy. I would have.
No, then after that, I just fucking booked it out of the room, went up to my parents' bedroom, yelling, explaining shit, and of course, they don't believe me.
Right.
That's creepy as fuck, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get rid of the teddy bear?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. After that, it was gone.
Fucking burn that thing.
Right?
I almost want to just dip out of the house. Bye.
Time to move.
Yeah, it's like, burning the house down now.
Yeah. It's gotta happen. Like, demon teddy bear shows up. It's time to leave.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, I've never had anything like that where, like an object's actually, like fucked with me or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I wanted to just be like, oh, that's fucking crazy, but at the same time, it's like, no fucking thanks.
Right.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was way too creepy for me.
Yeah.
Fuck that ever again.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't handle that. That's fucking gnarly.
I wouldn't even know what to do.
But since then, it's brought me into horror, into a different light.
Yeah.
Because that scared the shit out of me. And then I started going into, like, creepypastas.
Oh, yeah.
And all the horror movies on Netflix and everything else, and just immersed myself into the culture. And
it's an awesome culture
it
to be in.
Really, really is. Creepypastas are awesome.
I listen to creepypastas, like, usually 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, same.
I just love it. And
yeah, it's fucking, there's some really good writers on there, too.
There's so many creative people.
Vincent Villacava, he writes some amazing stories.
What's some of his big ones? His name's not really familiar.
The Pastel Man, the Deal with the Devil. What's that one?
I think I've heard of Pastel Man because I listened to him narrated on like YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, by MCP.
Yeah, MCP. Yeah, exactly. And I think I've listened to that one. I think he's done that one.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
it's about an hour or so.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, either these people are so creative that they're just, they need to be making a lot of money, or this shit's real.
Oh yeah.
Because like, there's one I watched or listened to or whatever about the dark web. And I guess, some kid wanted to go exploring on the dark web or whatever, went into some site, and, like, he was, like, seeing this fucked up shit and said he was going to call the cops.
Oh, I think I've seen that one,
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, he was getting these messages, like, if you call the cops, you're dead, and there's, like, someone outside his house. And I'm sitting like, this sounds real. Like, this is 100% happened.
That's some of them you're like, fuck, there's no way they just made this up. Like,
oh, yeah.
Right.
Some are creepy.
And I don't know if you heard, like, 3 years ago or so, I was about a junior or senior. The kids took it too far. They couldn't tell the difference between fantasy and reality, so they took a girl into the woods and stabbed her 16 times for Slender Man.
Oh, I did hear about that.
And then the girl crawled like 2 miles or so out of the woods, got found by a biker, and lived.
Yeah.
Oh, she lived?
Yeah, she lived.
That's good. That's fucking crazy, though.
And the whole YouTube community did a big Narrators United 24-hour podcast on it, trying to build money to send to her.
That's cool.
And everything. And I skipped school and I just stayed up the whole thing with them.
Dude, I watched some of the highlights of that, and it was sad too. Like, they were getting donations and like reading them. You're like, oh man, like.
Oh, it was, yeah.
It was just, they made a lot of money though.
Oh yeah, I donated probably like $50-$60 to them.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was just cool to see everybody unite, like, because like that was like the breaking point for people. Like, some people really don't realize that this is. Fiction.
Yeah, it's whole fiction. It's fake.
I think the 2 girls just got sentenced finally.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that could be.
I think it was like 80 years in yeah, it was like 60 to 80 years in mental psych hospitals.
That sounds about right.
For both of them. And
yeah, they needed it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For fucking
mental hospital. would be worse than like a actual prison sentence.
Probably.
Can you imagine the
I
shit
have no
that you
idea.
would get fucking injected with, and like the
Right.
pills and stuff?
At least
Probably
you
make you even more crazy.
don't have to worry about being in the shower.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like you hanging out with a bunch of psychopaths and like have a bunch of different drugs, like
No, yeah.
weirder shit might happen.
It's gonna mess with you a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, and like some people that really have like bad mental health and like super crazy weird shit. Like,
Well,
I don't think I'd want to hang out with them that much.
well, and I kind of wondered too if the girl because it was mainly orchestrated by the one girl.
Yeah.
She was the one who was talking to Slender Man or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think the girl that was, with her, I don't think she was really like into it. But then when they showed up, like in the forest or whatever,
Mhm.
and like,
Started playing hide and go seek.
Yeah.
It kind of just happened. The other girl
Yeah.
probably started stabbing and
Yeah.
freaked out.
yeah, like
What
kind
the
of
fuck's going on?
heat of the moment, like, oh, maybe we do need to stab this girl.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right. Do you think though, because you're aware of the story, do you think that maybe someone was talking to her, like an older guy or an older lady, like trying to fuck with her?
That is always a possibility because people are fucked up like
Yeah.
that, and they could do that. But as far as I know or anything, it's impossible for me to say.
Yeah.
You would think they would search through like the computer. And
Right.
Yeah,
everything.
I'm sure they've dug their research into why she thought Slenderman was real,
Right.
how much research she did herself on
Mhm.
him, and I'm sure they went through a computer very well.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was just thinking, like, man, do you really just come up with that in your brain? Like,
I don't know.
she's got to be off. I mean, obviously she's
Yeah, obviously
off
crazy.
her rocker, but
I was thinking though, the friend probably just thought that's what the cool kids were doing now.
God, like,
Like,
oh,
man.
we're gonna stab this bitch.
yeah,
I want to be in the club.
I want to be popular. I guess I got to stab this girl.
Big gang.
Fuck that.
Thing to get into a gang.
Right.
Oh, gang initiation.
Initiation.
This is how we get on.
The cool click initiation.
I would get into Beta House now.
Yeah, right.
Fucking hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing?
What up, Matt?
What's up?
Yeah, no, it's so. If you're big into the horror community, what are some of the movies you like? Because I struggle with movies nowadays because
They're just like
nothing good.
A really good one I just watched on Netflix was Stranger Things.
Yeah,
that one was
Stranger
really,
Things
really
is
good.
great.
Oh,
I
anyone that
fucking
doesn't
love
like
that
that
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like killer.
I heard there's another one like that, like I can't remember what it's called. I think it's a foreign one that's similar to Stranger Things, but apparently it's more dark than that one.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I want to check that one out. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to figure it out.
I watched The Ritual on Netflix.
How was that?
Like
I loved it all the way up until because it's one of those ones where like they're getting chased by something and you
Mhm.
don't get to see what that something is until near the end of the movie.
And it's just disappointing.
Oh, it was just the biggest letdown.
I think I have seen that one.
a
Yeah,
bunch of guys hiking in the woods.
yeah, because I was into it. Like,
It was pretty creepy
Yeah.
for like quite a bit of that movie.
yeah,
And
there's some
then-
shit you're like, oh, that's
Yeah, like
That's
stuff that just
wild.
fucked with your eyes and
yeah.
stuff.
And then the payoff to finally see the monster,
Mhm.
like, could have gone a different route.
That's how I felt about the Pyramid movie. What was that? It was like a couple years ago. They dig up a pyramid in the middle of the desert,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
go researching into it.
Yeah, I forgot what that was
I don't think I
called.
saw that.
I
Oh.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I saw that one too.
It was all right. I was just watched a lot of creepy pastas leading up to it.
Yeah.
So I had
Right.
so much expectation, and then it just led into it. I'm like, oh man,
Right?
called this whole story from the beginning.
Yeah, those creepy pastas are definitely a lot more scary than most of these movies out there.
Dude, you turn on like a narration, or you just get like a little light to read it in the room by yourself. Woo.
Like, fuck.
One of my favorite authors of those is a man named H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay.
He makes the Call of Cthulhu, Dunwich Horror,
Yeah.
Color of Outer Space. He writes a lot of cool short stories, about 5-6 pages long,
Yeah.
and writes in Old English. Probably wrote them in 1890.
Oh,
No.
jeez.
Fuck, yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard
No,
of
no,
that
it's
name.
about
name
1910,
sounds so
1920, actually. It was during the First World War that he was alive.
Right.
Yeah.
That name sounds super familiar. I'm sure I've came across something of his at some point.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds super familiar. But yeah, I've tried to write creepypasta too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
have you tried writing anything yourself?
I wrote a little narrative off of Stitch.
Yeah.
Because he was the one who creeped me out the most out of all the different people. It was definitely Stitch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about him.
Is he the? I don't know. Well, what's like the basic story of him?
So he's pretty much this dude who feasts off fear, and the more you're scared of him, the more he's gonna get drawn to you and kill you.
Right.
Oh fuck.
And then take whatever. He's pretty much like Jeepers Creepers in a way, where he takes your body parts that he needs,
Okay.
and he'll take them into himself.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking gnarly.
And he'll just go around and just kill people that hear his name.
Yeah.
Kind of like Bagul.
Oof. I don't like that at all.
Yeah,
No,
for real.
definitely not.
It was definitely a interesting 10-part series.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool too that they're like, because a lot of those authors on creepypasta are starting to finally make money,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cool to see them like,
Oh, they are now?
yeah, some
That's
of them
fucking
are.
dope. Good for them.
The problem is though for them is that since it's horror and they have to put a mature audience onto it,
Oh,
YouTube isn't giving them the ads and everything else that they need right now.
Right.
So they're really relying on the public and donations from people right now.
A lot of them are going to Patreon too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we use Patreon too, and just a lot of communities are making a shit ton of money finally going
That's
there.
good.
I mean, there's one podcast that makes. Now they're probably up to.
I think they're up
97.
to $100,000 now a month. They
month.
make for fucking. I was like,
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
like, fuck, I could use that money.
Right.
100K a month.
$100,000 a month. I can't even really fathom that.
I couldn't either.
I don't know what I would do with that.
A lot of raves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piles of drugs.
We had someone on here. I won't say his name, but if you listen to the episode, he won the lottery, but it
Okay.
was like 50-something thousand. I was like, oh shit, man, what'd you get? Like, what'd you buy? And he's like, a lot of drugs.
Yeah, he was telling us he just did mushrooms for 8 days straight.
Yeah. I was like, that's the kind of response I like to hear.
The funniest
so
was he's like, I don't think I'm high anymore. He's like telling about the last day, and then he's like, when he finally stopped, he's like, oh, I'm still fucked up.
I'm still way out.
I'm sure after 8 days straight of
Yeah,
eating
you would get accustomed to it
Oh, yeah.
a little bit and just
From what I
Yes.
know is that you eat a half sack the first day, you're
Yeah.
gonna need to at least take an eighth the second day to fill it. You're gonna have to
Right.
double your dosage every single
Just
time.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
God,
because your body builds a natural
Yeah.
immunity due to the food poisoning.
Well, God, I bet by the end of that like 7th day, how much are you taking? Like
Fuck done.
An ounce.
Yeah, and yourself. Ooh.
Just like gobbling
much-
down mushrooms.
the only thing I'm thinking of is like how much was he actually eating and drinking?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, his body was probably having a real hard time
Oh man.
because most people probably aren't that hungry, but like you really need to like
Yeah.
You need to
keep
eat and
up.
drink.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
you lemon tech it.
What is that?
Get the whole ounce, put it in a blender, and put OJ into it or lemon juice or something.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Doesn't that just make it like amplify it too?
Yeah, it's gonna hit you faster because the OJ is citric,
Mm-hmm.
so it's gonna break down in your system faster and hit you harder.
Okay.
But it's also gonna last a little.
That's why
less.
everyone brings
A little
orange
less.
Mm-hmm. Because it's
Yeah.
hitting you
Remember those
faster and
orange juice?
sooner.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
I remember
3
the orange
gallons.
juice. Yeah.
juice.
Like, why the fuck's there so much orange juice?
Hey, what's up, Salty Frank? I saw that cringe. Gotta delete that shit. Yeah, Matt. Look at these assholes.
What's up, Jarl?
What's up, Yarl?
And hello, Aaron.
Yeah, what up, Aaron? Wait, your name's on the stream? Patty?
What?
Hell yeah.
What'd you say?
Matt? Said, hey, my name's on the
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
stream. Yeah, we always say allegedly, just so people can't
Yeah.
to shit.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I allegedly did a 1/4 ounce by myself for my second time ever. Fuck my whole world up.
Bad.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
dope.
a weird night.
was a weird night.
Just
You almost
everyone.
got into a threesome.
I definitely did not.
Allegedly.
I don't think that even was a possibility.
Been sweet though.
I don't know.
My
I was
evidence
fucked up.
points.
Your evidence points otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the
I
weirdest.
remember I was sitting outside in Forest and I was like, yeah, there's some weird shit in there. And then I was like, who's in there? And I was like, ain't no weird shit.
Right?
Next morning, hey guys, there was some weird shit. I was like, oh fuck. Forrest was right. I wrote him off too quick.
Right? Then we just
Should
sat
have
in the
bust in there
car.
and turn it into a bukkake bar.
Right, there you go.
What's up, girl?
Yeah, that was a fucked up night.
Hopefully someone doesn't listen to this.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor.
I'm pretty sure he knows nothing happened.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was there. All I remember is I was fucked up, and we were cold as shit, so we were laying on the same bed. and I remember like touching her nose at one point because I was just so fucked up, and I like booped her nose.
The archer.
Right? Yeah.
God, that'd be fucking hilarious. I wish I could have seen that. Just walk in, and just boop, right on her fucking nose.
Right? Jarl says, "Nah, Wes, you ain't hanging out with me yet. You don't know what your world getting fucked up looks like."
I puked right in the center of Quincy Market today.
Were you sick or were you just fucked up?
St. Patrick's Day.
Probably fucked
I'm gonna
up.
go with
Probably.
fucked up. Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day in Boston. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I'm sure it's crazy out in Boston on St. Patty's
Oh,
Day.
I bet.
A lot of Irish still out there.
Mm-hmm. Just drinking nonstop.
Yeah, going to the pub. I was
Yeah,
smashed
that's
into. What about you? What kind of, you don't have to talk about it, but we usually talk about drugs quite a bit.
Okay.
Do you partake in...
I allegedly trip on acid a lot. And I allegedly smoke a lot of dabs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, I still haven't done a dab. I don't...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't...
No.
See, I've had the opportunity to do one, but I didn't. Just because, like, I didn't know anyone else there, really.
Wesley, you and I allegedly smoke weed together sometimes. Dab's not for you yet.
Well, okay, but
You
allegedly there was a point in time where I'm sure it would
You
have been.
need to smoke a lot more weed and then maybe go up.
Well, right.
No, you just gotta
Just gotta go
throw
do it.
yourself in the
Yeah.
dab.
No, because then he'll take it as a bad experience, then he won't do it anymore.
Or a really good one.
Yeah. Or a really, really good one.
I know Wesley when he gets too high. And
It was the one time we watched Tusk. That movie's fucking stupid.
Oh, that was hilarious. You're like,
That's the only time that I can remember that I ever had a
you have
bad
a tendency
experience.
to get too high is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, because I mean
Me
we're gonna
too.
smoke a lot.
Yeah. I love it though. Wish you'd smoke more with me.
We got an amateur over here. Shut up, you alright?
No, I fainted one time, getting too high. I was like just walking. I was like started getting so lightheaded. I was like, ooh, and then I just went down.
Oh yeah, I
Interesting
remember that.
experience.
We were all so pissed off of you.
I was like, I didn't do shit.
Well, we thought you were doing other things too.
Oh yeah, everyone thought I was on other drugs.
Yeah.
Well, who fucking just faints after smoking weed?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Okay, but it was a 3-foot bong with 4 perks in it.
Oh, well,
Yeah, this
yeah.
was like 7 dudes, and like all of us were just fine.
Like on a pipe.
Yeah,
like
it was just a
joint or
pipe,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just,
I was just
passing around a fucking pipe. Like none of us were like crazy high, and homeboy fucking passes out. and you did have I can't remember what you had, but yeah, you had something else,
No, I didn't.
or I don't know.
No, everyone
Yeah.
thought I did. Like, there's no way you just bad. I was like, yeah, I did. I was
Well,
fucked up.
Out of everyone's experience throughout like whole group of
Oh,
people that
that's
smoke
funny.
a lot of weed,
Right? You
this
don't
is the
pass out.
first time it's happened.
Just by smoking only a tiny bit. Just got.
Did you
fuck-
forget to like inhale and then you just lost breath and just
Oh.
walk downstairs?
Possibly. That's all I
Don't even
remember.
get me started on forgetting to breathe.
Yeah,
Sitting down on your legs, cut the circulation.
Yeah, maybe.
that's possible. That
Yeah, because I was
happens.
just walking. I was like, oh, I'm getting lightheaded. I was like, just trying to play it off, and then, nope, good night.
'Cause I've done that a couple
Yeah, I've
times.
done that.
Sitting down and cut the circulation off your legs, stand up too fast, and everything will just go black.
Yeah.
One of the most.
Yo, thanks for the donation.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
for the $3. Appreciate that, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time I smoked dab though, and I couldn't do anything. My brother carried me. Yeah, like I was so drunk, and like we were at a party, and I was like, "Dude, Cameron, take me home, take me home," and he just fucking picks me up. I don't know how many times Cameron has carried me home because my younger brother's like a lot bigger than I am.
Yeah.
And I can think of at least 7 times that guy has probably carried me home.
Damn.
Yeah, the one time, like, I just had you on, like, you know, your arm was around my shoulder because you were super drunk, and then Cameron's like, no, I got him.
Yeah, just lifts, hoists them up.
Uh,
So if you allegedly do dabs a lot, can you explain to me like what the difference is between like if I'm just smoking out of a bong or a pipe compared to smoking a dab? Like, is it really that much different of a high?
Yeah. Yeah. So think about loading a full bowl out of that bong, snapping the whole entire thing, and then doing that like 1 or 2 times.
Oh,
And that's like taking one dab.
now does it burn because it's hot?
If you do it right at a low temp, heat that banger up red hot, wait about 2 minutes, drop your dab. It's gonna be nice, low temp, about 200, 150 degrees and
Yeah.
just burn it real nice and slow. And it's just going to straightly burn off the THC on it, leave all the plant matter and the banger.
The other
and,
stuff.
Yeah.
So you're getting pretty much straight THC.
Yeah, because I've seen the videos where like guys are, they're heating it up for like 6 minutes and then just immediately drop it in.
That's a waste.
It's like easily 300, 400, 500 degrees, and I'm like, that just doesn't seem right.
It's not. Me and my cousin were just watching a video last night, and it was a guy, he heats up a banger all nice and slow, does it the right way, drops his dab, and then down right next to him they have 2 torches heating up this banger bowl, and then he has this like 1.5 grams of dab, and he just drops it right in there, catches on fire, starts bubbling and exploding like a geyser, and he's like, that's a waste of dab.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that. Just burns it all off me.
Do you ever use like the pens and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the time, especially at shows.
A lot of people at my work have the pens, and they fucking smoke those all the time.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah. Oh, I've used them. Yeah, they're really.
I like.
Well, it's
those.
just convenient. You see them go like this, put a little thing in here, heats up, and then.
Oh, those. Oh, I thought you meant the Graham Cardos that you can just put on your e-cigs.
Oh yeah,
Hit
it's,
it
like, it's pretty much the same exact thing. Yeah.
Those ones, you just
Or
have
it's
to
like
take your
little
product
cartridges.
and put it into it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
a
both
thing?
of those.
Yeah, they have 2 different kinds.
Oh, what the fuck! I didn't know that was a thing.
I
Yeah.
can get you one for $20.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I always thought that you had to buy like a specific like vape pen, like that's built.
There's a few different things, but majority of them all run off the 510 threading, that just like every e-cig.
Oh wow!
I don't know if you guys know about Deems, but you can also get those in those Cardos.
Really?
What?
Deem?
Yeah, what is that?
DMT?
Oh, okay. Never heard it pronounced that way.
Have you allegedly done DMT?
I've allegedly done DMT a couple of times.
Because that's the one thing that's still on my list of like things I want to do.
Ooh, it is the most pure psychedelic I have ever done.
Yeah.
What I thought Lucy was going to do to me and mushrooms, DMT did to me. I saw the colors, I saw patterns. Oh man, it was just an enlightening experience.
See, and that's kind of what I look for, like, because like I don't really rave, like, I don't, and I don't usually party much anymore, and I try and I like to do, psychedelics to like, expand my mind. Yeah, so that's why I want to do DMT, but I never had an opportunity, but yeah, I really want to.
Yeah.
And we've talked about doing it for a while, and it just seems like it's hard to find.
It is very hard to find. People are very stickly about it, and they don't want to sell it. They would rather trade it.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Jarl says, I've got a stash of every strain I've ever had and a whole lot of keef and a string of dab
So high
wraps.
five the DMT guy.
So about the DMT guy.
That's fun.
How, because like, people talk about doing psychedelics and like it kind of changes them like once they're done with it.
Mhm.
Have you experienced anything like that where you're like,
Oh yeah.
you got off it and you're like, kind of look at things a whole different?
The first time I did psychedelics was allegedly a year ago, and we were in the mountains, and I just had always a bad mindset about acid or anything else really. I did a booms a couple of times,
Right.
mainly because they were natural and
Yeah.
whatnot have you. But no, ever since I did that acid the first time, it really hit me, really made me think about my life, thought about it differently, how I could reflect upon certain situations better. And I was really in a bad place, really depressed in my life. I was homeless and lost all my friends, lost a job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was just going downhill. And then this guy that was just here,
Yeah.
and all the rest of the hippie homies, they took me in and they showed me a good time.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it's such a fucking eye opener. Like I think everyone should do it like twice a year at least.
Oh, absolutely.
Or like anytime they're having a big change in their life,
Mhm.
do it, and it'll fucking just open up, make you fucking think clear, and
Right.
It really
help
does.
you fucking set yourself on a good path and realize all the stupid shit you're doing that you can
Mhm.
stop.
I think that's the big thing too. Is
Yeah.
like, I think
Super
everyone's got
beneficial.
everyone's got demons and everyone's got past shit that they either regret or struggle dealing with. But for me, mushrooms made me like sit down and reflect on those things specifically and realize, oh, these things shouldn't be driving my life.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be the ones that are affecting me the most.
Face your demons.
Yeah, exactly. Face your demons. And, day-to-day life, it's really hard to face your demons, but...
fucking push that stuff off to the side.
Yeah,
every
day.
Just
Not
forget about
today.
it. Not today. I got other things I want to do, but I agree with Chandler though, and you're on the same boat. Like, I think it should be,
Yeah, it's not like every experience I've had with it and stuff. Because there's some times where it's just a fucking laugh fest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or there's other times where force is driving me fucking mad. Just hitting.
Or you take that 1500 UG tab at a show and you just get way too uncomfortable.
You're like, oh
And
god.
I haven't been there.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I wouldn't put myself as like uncomfortable and fun in the same category.
And then you gotta add 5 points on top.
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah, we're on different levels. This is like slide amateurs, like fantasy leagues, and then pros.
Right.
Like, I'm down there.
So what's your favorite concert you've gone to and just...
Ooh, in the past little while, that's such a hard one. I want to say Naughty or Nice because I really like Monks.
Yeah.
He throws down. I love his rhythm. I love his style. I love his noise.
Mm-hmm.
And he just throws down really, really well. But probably Get Freaky has to have been my favorite. Excision and everyone else that was just at that show was just fucking
The one that
killer.
was like 2 weeks ago?
No, that was Get Lucky.
Oh, that was Get Lucky.
I was there too.
Yeah.
And we actually me and my cousin left halfway through Dat's sixth set. So
Yeah?
we never even got to finish his last show in Utah, like ever, pretty
Oh
much.
fuck.
I don't know if you guys heard, but
This-
with Dat Sick.
Yeah, sexual
Yeah.
allegations or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
So he's pretty much just done.
Right. What was it? Like, who came out and said it? Was it...
I've only heard bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh shit, he was just here. We were one of the last people that probably ever saw him live.
Oh yeah, and I left. I saw 25 minutes of his set, and then I was like, I'm done. Time to go home.
Right.
So you're all said I haven't had a single anxiety or bout of depression since I did DMT. And I had pretty serious anxiety and depression. I used to be a pretty violent person as well. Since DMT, not really. I've gone from Hulk to the relatively peaceful, laid-back guy.
That's good.
See, it's crazy.
It was really good.
Yeah. And it's just crazy that the mainstream...
I feel like I used to be angry all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it might have just been teenage Chandler.
Yeah.
Fucking angry about everything.
Right.
Teenage Yanks
Yeah.
or whatever.
And I kind of feel that too. And I also feel like acid has calmed me down,
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
me think certain situations over, and everything
Make you
else.
think things differently, which is
Mhm.
a lot of people need to fucking.
Oh yeah, it just needs to make those new connections in your brain so you can just appear on those situations differently.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
I think it's weird, though, like, I mean, how long has LSD and acid been a thing that, like, people have been using and saying so much positive about, and it's still super negative and,
Well,
regular
they
life.
started doing studies in like the 60s and
Right.
stuff, and so you got to think sometime before that at least.
I mean, how many scientists and CEOs and, inventors...
Well, and the fucked up thing though with me is because those studies that they would like give people a ton of LSD, then fucking like lock them up on a table, and they're like, "Oh, this was very bad." Like,
Yeah, of course
like,
it was.
Yeah, you were fucking locked him up. The guy was terrified, and then like increased by like tenfold.
And
Right.
he's
And
never
so-
had LSD in his life
Yeah,
before.
like no one told him like
Ever.
what the fuck he was walking into or anything. All of a sudden he
Just
just
starts tripping.
fucking locked up. Like, yeah, I'd drive myself fucking crazy too.
And with that fucking head spin you get,
Oh,
that's it.
yeah.
Like, oh man.
Yeah, seeing weird shit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is really bad." Like, well, no shit. Go put that guy in a field in the fucking summer and like 70 degrees and stuff. Like, that guy's gonna be fucking great.
Oh, he's
He's gonna love
fantastic.
life.
Yeah.
A bunch of flowers around. Like, it'd be a total different experiment.
Oh yeah.
I read an article, they were doing testing, it was either in Germany or Russia, and they were testing LSD and acid, and what it was 9 hits, and they were like they wanted to note like what people would do. All 10 of the people had never done it before, except one guy who said that he was microdosing it,
Yeah.
and all 10 out of 10 people said that it was the worst experience of their life, so they wrote it off. And I'm like, how can you do that with, A, why would you give that many people, why would you give them that much?
Yeah.
And B, like,
Oh my.
how can you take that as, like, proof that
Yeah.
it's not beneficial?
like 10 people in a study. Like,
Yeah.
there's no study that's just of 10 people, let alone that.
Yeah.
But
Where's the control
who
group?
decided to?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Who decided 9 was like? They're like 9. That sounds good.
Well, yeah, like
Like that's not.
It's got
It's not 10.
microdoses.
yeah, they got the one guy who was in the city who microdoses it.
What about that guy was fucking thinking, or they even told him, like, oh, we're gonna give you some, and then he was probably like, probably give me like 1, 2, Dad.
Right.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking losing his
Like,
goddamn
open
mind.
your
Like,
mouth and they just
an
drop
hour
it.
later.
Remember when Jordan would do it at the parties, like way back in the day, right out of high school, and you would be like yelling in his face
What?
when you would harass Jordan on it? It was like right out of high school, and he's just fucked up. And you're like, ah! And he's like, ooh.
No, I don't. But I hadn't really done drugs, so that's probably why I was a huge asshole.
Right?
Yeah.
He had no idea what he's going through, just like
Yeah.
losing his shit.
Well, it was really funny. That's probably why I did it.
Shatter said, I'm not used to this angle. My argument's got to be different. Oh, yeah, you can't hate on the left-seated guy.
Yeah, they always come at whoever. I don't know if it's a dude or I assume a dude just comes in and talks shit on whoever's sitting here.
Yeah, whoever sits there.
Good luck.
That vape better have THC, boys.
Nope.
Does the dude got a fucking bear on his hat? Which dude?
He did have
I
a
did.
Yeah, he did have a bear
It's
on
a
his
spirit
hat.
hood.
It's
Right?
fucking dope.
That's just his shit haircut? That's rude.
Yeah, did
Oh,
you
yeah.
see yo, fuck the fucking left seat. Bitch ass left seats.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem with left seat.
He was here yesterday and he sat in the left seat.
Yeah, high on
so-
privilege was
Uh,
what was I gonna say?
so that means you're local. You better watch it, boy.
Right?
No, he's not the one saying it. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
he is.
What was it? Oh, Toys R Us, did you see that? It's gone now.
Oh yeah, Toys R Us is completely gone.
It's because they
That's
never
crazy.
fucking
Yeah.
went with the times. You'd go in there and the floor's all old and broken. Yeah.
That doesn't matter what the floors look like.
I mean, just the whole
problem
place was
was
shit.
they did not go online.
Oh,
And
yeah,
You can get something half the price online, and then you got to think they have to fucking charge out the price 10 times more because they have to fucking ship it to where the location is, put it on a shelf, let it sit there for a while, and then you got to charge up the price. But if you can get it half price online, obviously everyone's gonna do it that.
Yeah,
You don't even have to fucking leave your house.
No.
You can't charge double for toys and think you're gonna stay in business.
I'm surprised they last longer than they did because I think people just weren't familiar with Amazon when it started like getting
Oh,
big,
yeah.
like 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now everyone knows what Amazon is.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And you,
Well, there was a lot of people that would go to Toys R Us to see what the cool toys are,
Yeah.
and then buy the shit off Amazon. There was a
Oh,
whole like
yeah.
article about that where tons of people would go see like for like grandkids and stuff. They wouldn't know what's cool or not.
yeah.
Yeah, and so they'd go there, see all the main toys that are there, then buy it for half the fucking price.
I see it even
That's
at
what
like
I would do.
yeah, exactly. I see it at like Target and Walmart now too. Like people will be on their phones and they'll be looking at a specific item. They'll look it up on Amazon. They'll see if it's cheaper or not. If it's cheaper, they'll just order it.
Yeah.
That's fucking so funny. They used to like Walmart doesn't anymore, but do you remember when they used to price match?
They don't do that anymore?
No.
I get groceries on Amazon sometimes. Everyone in the stream last night, they did me dirty. Yeah,
They were giving the roast last night.
yeah, they were.
I get groceries on Amazon sometimes. Yeah, if you're in certain areas, they deliver groceries to your
Okay.
house,
Hmm.
which is way crazy.
That is nice.
Do you know Smith's? You can order all your food and they'll
Yeah.
come load it in your car for you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can just pull up and then just like pop your trunk and they'll come put all your groceries in.
Doesn't Walmart do that too?
Probably.
Yeah. I
So
think
how does the paying work? Do you just pay online and then
Yeah.
you
Just
just
pay 'em
you can
there,
just
or-
you go on the app or online or something. You just pick out all the groceries you want, and then they have like parking spots you can park in, and then they just pull you post what number you're in, and then they show up, put your stuff in.
That's weird.
That is.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
The one time I was loading up a bunch of furniture for my mom from Smith's. Well, just big boxes, and I went back there to pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, which order are you?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, dude, he's got all my shit. Get out of my way, bitch. Well, like, I gave her all my stuff. Like, yeah, go get me my stuff. And then she's like, "Oh, that's not here. Knock on that garage door." Like, the fuck? You
Right?
just tell me to knock on a garage door? Like, help me. Dude, I gave you my receipt. Do your job.
Have you guys seen the drone stuff?
Uh,
Domino's is testing it out in where they're from. You can order a pizza and a drone flies to your house. And it's like, it's seriously, they have
Depending
a
on
set.
weather.
Well,
That's
yeah,
cool.
I'm sure it depends on weather, but it has
Yeah.
like the heat bag on the bottom, and you
Leslie,
open
you're
it
good
up.
with computers. What's the possibility you can hack into drones? Or
Have you
figure
seen that dude
out?
that
Oh,
can?
super easy.
The
Yeah.
dude that
Dude,
just
we could do
flies his
pizza.
drone.
Pizza delivered all day.
Right?
$900 by the end of the night.
Yeah.
That guy was proving you could do that with the Amazon drones.
No,
He
yeah.
just has his own drone and it flies up and then like gets the signal and then just delivers everything to his house.
Yeah, he had a shit. He stole a lot of shit.
The problem is though is that you can just watch the drone
Yeah.
fly in the sky to the dude's house.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder where all this stuff's going. Just
That's why you
there.
have everything dropped off at your neighbor's house.
I
Right?
forgot what city it is, but they were trying to do drug deals that way.
Oh, I saw that article too. Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting the drones and flying them to the people's houses and stuff. And the cops would just follow the drone to the person's house, arrest the person, watch the drone go back to the dealer's house, and then get the dealer.
Oh god.
That's fucking wild. I saw one crazy video. It wasn't really, well, it wasn't drones, but this guy got pulled over by the cops, and all of a sudden you see him push out a bunch of balloons
Yeah.
with this fucking like bag taped to it. So he had drugs, and he just
Just send
Right.
it
Cops
away.
are just
Yeah.
shooting it out of the sky too.
Yeah, it was like a 10-second video, but you just see this guy just, oh, there goes all my drugs. See you later. I was like, that's fucking smart. 'Cause they have to have proof of it. I don't know.
So high end privilege says if you go on stream, don't sit in left seat. They'll only roast you all night.
I ain't worried about it.
Benefits of living in the city. I don't ever have to leave the house for shit like that. I should also own stocks in Postmates with the amount of money I spend on that shit.
Right. Did you say healthcare? LOL.
Horse
What?
care.
What?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. The funny article I saw the other day is there's these dudes doing drug deals with carrier pigeons again.
What?
They were bringing back carrier pigeons, and one of the cops he saw what was going on. He caught one of the carrier pigeons, and it had like 60 hits of ecstasy tied to like a little baggie to the pigeon's ankle. I was like, oh
What
man.
a shitty fucking pigeon. Why did he fly to the
real,
club?
right?
Like, you're supposed to go to a destination. Why are you fucking
You had
taking
one
pit
job
stops?
to
Yeah.
avoid them.
Fucking
Some
going on
dude's
here?
just like throwing down seeds trying to get the drug things.
Right?
Like, oh, these are mine now. Fuck.
How funny would that be if you're just like, you had your window open and like this pigeon came in, he had like a little bag and it's just full of drugs, like,
Cool. Now,
Yeah.
get the
Thanks.
fuck out of here.
score one for the good guys.
I'd take the pigeon. I'm like, you're a homeboy now.
Right.
I'm like, you're having the good life now. Take him home.
Besides when it's tracked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't know. Do you think they would inject a pigeon or put something on him?
Maybe if they're.
Probably both.
I would if I had that much ecstasy on a pigeon.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Don't you think you would like put something on his like ankle or something,
Oh,
like they
true,
do
yeah.
for most bird things? Yeah.
Oh, I did
And if
see.
it has one of those, I obviously want to take it with.
Did you see the?
True.
I think it was a pigeon, and it was wearing a backpack full of drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, what was,
I'm more curious how they have a backpack for a pigeon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was so funny seeing. Like, in it, yeah, there it is. They had it look like. See,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it just has a little bag.
that is fucking wild.
that's awesome.
Just
That totally blends in.
yeah, it just has drugs on it.
Look at him just chilling on a desk. Like, yeah, dude.
Alright.
Just chilling.
Where's the party at?
You can go deliver some drugs.
That's so fucking hilarious.
Oh my. People.
Yeah, that pigeon and narc. Yeah, it was.
It sounds like a total high thing to come up with anyways, like
Oh yeah.
you're just sitting
definitely.
around
do it,
like,
man.
man, we keep getting busted. What's the best way to do it? Bro, you got pigeons.
And they were probably watching some like Revolutionary War documentary. Like, they would pass secret messages, like top secret things with pigeons.
With
Like,
pigeons?
let's do that with drugs.
It's a brilliant idea. Sucks it didn't work out though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
you
it's
gotta
still
think
going.
this is like one. How many times have they been doing it?
How
How many
many-
pigeons are there?
Yeah, how many pigeons with drug bags are there?
Yeah.
Do you think
Probably
there's-
have a better time doing it with chickens.
Yeah.
Right?
Whole truck full of chickens.
Right.
Drugs.
They just don't even. Yeah, that's a good point. Just get all the chickens.
And you
full
can
of
charge them
drugs.
more because you get chickens too.
Right?
Like, what's up, dinner?
Do you think that's why Mike Tyson's been into pigeons for a long time? He used
Maybe.
to do cocaine back in the day.
A lot, yeah.
Maybe he just runs this underground fucking pigeon drug dealing operation.
That was his pigeon the whole time.
Right?
I was just listening on the radio the other day. He just wrote a book or something about how he allegedly killed his wife.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Fuck.
It was full of alleged, like, I allegedly would have done it like this. I allegedly came to her house.
Does his spelling in the book match how he actually talks, though? Because if not, I don't want to hear it, or I don't want to read it.
I just heard it on the radio.
Like, puts weird words with his
Right. That is legs, crystal meth.
She said, "Who are these handsome gentlemen?"
legs.
That's what she called you, remember?
Allegedly.
I remember.
Allegedly.
Fuck. Just everything's alleged.
Mm.
And then they're like trying to watch this podcast later. The cops, you talk about all the drugs you do. No.
Oh, that was all fake stories.
Yeah, we made allegeds up.
Yeah.
It was all for entertainment.
Yeah, we're 200% liars. Like, nothing
We're gonna need
is...
you guys to pass these drug tests.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What drug tests?
Like, I'm not a part of the show. I'm just a guest. Leave me
Just a
alone.
guess.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I just showed up, and then they started talking about drugs. I was
I just want to be a part of the cool
to
kids.
The cool kids groups again.
Who's got the knife?
Fucking A. I saw a bunch of stuff, speaking of, what's that?
Murder?
No, the creepypastas, and it's about shadow people. Some of those were pretty dope, talking about shadow people.
Yellow eye shadow people.
I think so, yeah.
Yep, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Really, really good one.
And then what was the other one?
To a bunch.
The black-eyed children, I think is another good one.
Yes, I think I know that one too.
I don't know if I know that.
The one was supposedly a true story. The guy that originally said it, he just talks about how two kids came up, and like if you read all the stuff about black-eyed children, they're always trying to get in your house or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like they kept asking him. He said he was just at the movie theater, just getting ready to go home, and these two kids came up and just kept asking for a ride. And I was like, and then he's like, saw their eyes were completely black, just these little kids, and like, you need to give us a ride right now. I was like, that's fucking creepy. I'm like, see ya.
Yeah, that's way creepy. We have someone that's, I guess in our peer group, I don't know what you want to call them, but they said that they lived in a house that had, like, shadow people. And they have, like, videos and, like, bunch of, like shit written down because, like, it was driving them crazy and stuff.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Someone I know?
Yeah. Sanders?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy.
UFO.
Right?
I slept over at that house.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That'd
Brought
be,
him home with me.
Yeah.
that'd be so
Shadow
weird.
people would be weird because, like, they just say, like, isn't, like, the base idea, like, they'll just be, like, you'll just see them, like, on a wall and then they'll disappear.
Oh, depends on which lore you go
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
We're pretty much just an invisible entity that
Yeah.
you can only see their shadows on a wall.
Right.
And like a lot of them, like people will just say they see them in the corner of their eyes or something. Like
Mhm.
you look at them, they're
So
gone.
ghosts that are more visible.
Right.
Practically.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hate light.
Right.
Bright, well, super, super bright light. That'll take out the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I would
So-
just have my house just lined with all tons of lights.
Yeah, if they were in my house, lights are not going off. I'm just gonna get used to sleeping with them bright. So, we've talked about, me and Forrest with a bunch of different guests. We try to talk about it, but like, I mean, I guess you believe in, you know, supernatural ghosts and different things like
Oh, yeah.
that. What would be your best guess of like what is actually going on? Because like, you know, I don't think it's really, you know, any type of, you know, we die and it's just a ghost. You know, I don't
Mhm.
think that's the necessarily
Samples.
the idea. But is it like our consciousness gets left over and we actually have like
It
more going on?
would
once
be
we pass?
depends on how you died, how you passed. If you passed in a confusing way to yourself, you might sit there and repeat a loop of yourself over and over and over again until
Sure.
you can finally figure out what happened to you, or someone else can tell you you're dead.
Yeah.
You got hit by a train or whatnot have you.
Interesting.
Just refusing to believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just simply. Or you died a horrible, misery way, and now you're pissed off, and so you're gonna make everyone else's life hell.
Kind of like the Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
Who doesn't know
makes
he's...
sense.
Or you have the other ones which will just accept their fate and move on.
Move on.
And then, but all energy, like, you cannot create energy nor destroy energy.
Right.
So once you die, there is an energy there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that energy is more of the energy of ourselves in the fourth dimension.
Okay. I like
So-
That
that.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Because there's, like, dark matter. We can't observe that at all. So
Oh, yeah.
there's more than likely a possibility that there's other things we can't witnessed that too. And then, like what you're saying, it might just be like breaking through a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because it's confused or pissed off.
And then you have
Makes
the electronical fluctuation readings that you get with ghosts, how they can move shit around, take over your body, and stuff like that. That's more of like a fourth dimensional entity being able to fuck around with shit.
Like reach into our dimension.
Yeah.
Just so fucking like driven against that.
Because a
One
fourth
thing
dimensional
just-
entity in our world, we would not be able to perceive it as a physical form.
That's
Or
crazy.
even fucking begin to understand it.
Right.
What you can begin to is that it would be an object moving out of itself. So it would have a third dimensional shadow.
Okay.
So
Right.
one of us
Makes
would be
sense.
constantly moving in and out of its physical body. Like a flame.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
That is crazy to think about.
It would just be in time.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking wild.
Yeah,
Right.
I can definitely, I can wrap my head around that, because that's my biggest, like, okay, well, let me, before I get my idea, like, what's your idea of, like, afterlife? Like, let's say you die and you're 100%, like, you're totally understand what's going on, you've come to terms with the fact that you're going to die, you pass away, where's the next step of consciousness or energy?
I think it's either between the two. It's either two things. Either there's a heaven and a hell, and you'll go to heaven and a hell,
Right.
or your brain is gonna because your brain is firing at such a high, fast pace that when you actually close your eyes and gonna die, those last neurons firing are gonna take your brain forever to go through it all. So it'll either put you in heaven or in hell, depending on how you think your life went.
Damn, that's cool.
Interesting.
I like
So,
that idea.
Yeah, so since time is not, something that we've created, time can be, people think time can be manipulated. What is our reality right now, what would seem like 10 minutes of our brain shutting down in our head could be an eternity.
Exactly.
So once you actually die, it pretty much just stops time.
Well, not stop time necessarily, like Inception.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
because have you ever had those dreams where your dream feels like takes forever, and you wake up and you've only been sleeping for 3 hours?
Yeah.
It's like same type of idea, like you could feel an eternity type of situation, but in reality, in what's going on here, you could have only been passed away for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And then the other one would really be since energy is neither created nor destroyed, when you died, your energy would just have to go to a spirit world almost.
Right.
So everyone is just in a spirit world,
Okay.
irregardless of what you
Consciousness just
did.
moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I was reading an interesting one the other day, and I still haven't wrapped my mind fully around it, because he was some scientist and he was using words that I didn't even know what the fuck they were. But so when we are born and when we die, our brain releases the DMT. What he was thinking is when we die, the brain releases the DMT, which actually opens up our brain like kind of like a hole, but it's not really a hole, and lets the energy escape, and then it knows where to go to find another thing being born, and it can go in through the DMT, because obviously when you're born you have that same DMT thing, the hole's open and there's not actually a consciousness in that thing yet, and that's kind of like how they thought what's the word, reincarnation works.
Okay.
I was like, that's kind of an interesting
that is.
idea.
Kind of a side
really-
thing, like what if ghosts and everything were ones that couldn't refine,
Yeah.
there was no available one,
Or maybe mix it with what he's saying. Maybe they're the ones that didn't want to go to a new place.
they're like, fuck that.
yeah.
And
I
then
just witnessed that.
there was a creepypasta I listened to that goes along those lines. Is that somebody died, they ended up in a black plane with a bearded man in front of them. They go to the bearded man, of course that bearded man's God. And they go talk to him and he explains to him about life. But he explains, and he asks him which religion is correct. And he goes, none of them. All the teachings are correcting them, but they have all manipulated it and turned it to how they wanted it.
Right.
What is really true is that you live in each and every single person. You were the world's greatest leader, the world's most hated person. You were Hitler, Saddam Hussein, you were George Washington, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
And you need to live every single life to the fullest of that life to realize to have it, so that as soon as you lived every single life, you could hatch out of the egg and become God yourself,
Right.
and have your own kid to raise.
Yeah, thanks for the donation. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank
I've
you.
read
Thank you.
that same exact
Mhm.
thing. I almost feel like I love the idea, but I almost feel like it's just a way to try to get people to be nicer to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
kind
like
of.
it's like whatever I'm doing to you, it's pretty much I'm doing to myself.
Which is
Yeah.
a cool
But,
idea, though.
Yeah, it's a fucking fucks
It's
with
a
your mind
trip.
a little bit. Yeah,
It's a major trip.
Here, let me see the.
and I'm just thinking like, oh, when's it gonna end?
Oh, I love that
No
Gunther
more.
penguin.
Right.
Yeah,
All right. Let's see here. So, Chandler 0 pants 2.
so then.
I have 2 holes in my
Attach a
pants.
walkie-talkie to a pigeon. Oh, so we need to move down past that. What if my dad died blasted as fuck, like just a whole ounce info promethacodine?
Yeah.
Would he be confused? Oh, I don't know. I like the tough and domestic dispute ghost kinky. God damn it, Dozer. My idea is move to the next life. I almost think there is an overlying dimensional that's almost identical to our current one, and just continue living in Ghost World. There's fam. They're fam. Let's see here. And maybe if there's a specific spot that has some emotional significance in there, emotional significance is where the ghost can be.
Okay.
So like a
Where
moment
they
in
died.
time, yeah, like a moment in time that is super like that caused a lot of emotion, which would also cause a lot of energy. Maybe you're stuck
Mm-hmm.
in that type of area. Yeah, we talk about karma on here because, goddamn, do mainstream people not understanding karma blows me away.
Definitely.
So it's like, oh, I do a good deed, I get a good deed back, and that's not what karma is. Like, because that goes along with the whole idea of living every single life. Like, you know, in is it
That to do
Buddhism
good
or whatever?
and
Yeah,
not expect
Like, you have to
anything
live your
back.
life selflessly, completely selflessly.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't
So-
want anything in return.
And maybe at that point is when you have that breaking through the egg type of situation. You know,
Yeah.
where once you can live your life fully selflessly, and never expect anything from good deeds, then maybe you can become more enlightened. I don't know. Because karma's weird. Like, I don't believe in the mainstream karma. It's, you know, I donate $200, so I'm going to get something nice
Alright.
back.
No,
Do things just to-
definitely not.
People do things just so, they think they're going to get something in return. It's like, you can be a good dude, or a good person,
Right?
not
Yeah, I
to,
feel that.
Yeah. Not yet, crystal meth. Not yet.
maybe
but we can make
Wes's
that
energy
happen.
is inside me. Yeah.
Going to definitely happen.
Put
I-
that
This is
energy.
interesting, Dozer. I still remember my birth. The past 3 years to me as a baby was just 5 seconds. I went from knowing 5 seconds of my life to the age of 4. That's
That's-
kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you guys remember your earliest memory?
I try to think about that sometimes.
I
I
just
have quite a bit of memories from my childhood and stuff, but
Yeah.
like my first memory.
'Cause
uh,
well, and like the memory that I can recall the most, like the first memory I can recall the most was like I was at my grandparents' house and I was playing with those little I can't remember what they're called. They're like, it's like a pole and there's rings and they're like bigger to smaller.
Slinky.
No.
oh, like the child's toy.
Yeah, it's just a child's
Yeah,
toy,
the
and you
big
just
rings,
stack the
okay.
rings or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
I remember playing with that like very vividly, and I remember my dad walking in, but that's all I can remember from that memory.
Well, all my like first memories, I think, are mostly just people telling me stories at that age, and that have just taken over all like the memories around a certain
Yeah.
age.
Right.
Or if I'm thinking of like when I was 1 or 2, I just think of stories that people told me
Yeah.
about that age,
For sure.
but not like
Mm-hmm.
from my own
Yeah.
perspective and stuff. I don't remember that shit.
Those are, hey, Wes could be Salty Frank. So Wes is Salty Frank, but Wes is inside me, so I am Salty Frank. I like where this is going.
What?
Regardless.
There's a threesome going on.
Yeah, I'm in.
Thinking of memories upsets me. More.
Yeah, thinking of memories isn't always the best.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's good to reflect on them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just crazy how fast time goes by. Like,
It is.
So crazy.
just think of like stuff in the moment, and then all of a sudden it's a week later. Like,
Right?
the fuck?
And that week's a month. Like, we're already. How many people think it's already March?
That's
2018.
Like
Crazy.
halfway through March.
Yeah, halfway through March of 2018.
Can it be like 50 years later?
Right?
Can I take that lead?
Fuck.
Yeah, my first rave was a year ago at Get Lucky last year, and it's felt like 2 months, and now we're a year
Right.
already back.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Time's a strange thing.
Do you think so? Did you watch Black Mirror on Netflix?
No, I never did.
It's kind of like a weird, like trippy, hypothetical stuff in the future.
Okay.
But one of the things they touched on was being able to have all your memories at your grasp.
Oh,
So like,
that's really cool.
like it's like an imprinted eye, and how they used it was like this couple fighting. And they're like, "You said this," and he's like, "No, bitch, actually," and like could go back to the memory and show it to her.
Shit.
But
Hell
like,
yeah.
how crazy would that actually be to like?
That would
You could relive.
solve so many problems.
Yeah, you could relive every single memory.
Yeah. It'd be weird. I don't know.
So much stress out of my day. It's gone right there.
Right?
You can't believe remember all that.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Another thing, it'd be like, I always think about just weird stuff, but like, if you could read other people's minds, like, so much weird shit people think about.
Right.
You can read people's minds.
Yeah.
You just gotta read the body language.
That's true.
Mhm.
How
So-
they say things, what they do, how they respond.
Yeah,
It's all body language, and you can pretty much get everything from them.
Right.
that's true. I went to Slick for a bit, and I had a class with this girl, and she could tell if people were lying by their like dilation of their pupils or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's such a cool like skill to have.
Wait. So by the dilation.
Like, yeah, she could look at your pupils and the way it dilated or something. She could tell if you were
will
lying.
have slight facial features.
Right.
When you lie or if you tell the truth. If you're
Yeah.
happy, sad, depressed. Yeah.
I didn't know that the pupils actually like did anything though. That's interesting.
I definitely believe
Well, when you
that.
lie,
Yeah.
you might have like adrenaline or something that might make
That
your pupil
increases
go.
the-
I have no idea, but yeah, that's what she was telling me. I was like, shit.
Unless you're an impulsive liar, and then you're just good at lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Then
second
basically
nature.
you're like, like saying it as you believe it yourself.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't really like lying that much, just because.
What's the
I
point?
don't.
Yeah.
Well,
What's the point?
that too, because it's not like I really give a fuck. But
Yeah.
trying to remember everything you fucking lied about and like told people, and then you get caught up in a lie, and then people just don't trust you.
Yeah.
Just seems like way too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
It's
that.
easier to just like maybe not disclose certain information.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not lying. You're just not telling people about certain
No.
things.
No.
That's fair.
Crystal
Just
Mess
more of
said,
deception.
"Will you guys play a game to the moon?" I've never heard of that game, but we'll play it if you want to really buy it for us.
What's To the Moon?
I've never heard of it.
It's an actual game.
Salty
Right.
Frank says, "I have the irrational fear that people can read my exact thoughts." We'd be like, yeah. So I shit into Wes's mouth. I'm
What?
gonna be in the middle. Why am I getting shit in my mouth all of a sudden? What the fuck? Where did we go
It's
wrong?
kinky. It's kinky, dude.
Yeah.
Hard no. Hard pass now on the 30-some.
Hey, you
Definitely.
can't knock it till you try, Wes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna knock it because I'm not letting anyone ever shit on me or near me.
You don't want a Cleveland Cleaner?
No, dude, I want to avoid that. All costs. I need someone in the middle. Dozer, you can be in the middle. You can. Oh, this is getting weird places tonight. Give me
Yeah.
the Steam account. I'll buy it right now. Ooh. Let me work on that after the stream because I'll have to figure out what my Steam account name is.
Yeah. Human sex centipede, huh?
Oh boy.
All right.
I ain't mad.
All right.
So here's a basic question that kind of has some fun conversation. I asked Forrest this question on stream. Would you rather be able to go back in time for, like, let's say, you know, you have a lot amount of time. It's not forever.
Okay.
And you come back. But the information you come back with, everyone will believe you. So, like, let's say you go back and you want to study Abraham Lincoln. You come back and you have knowledge of Abraham Lincoln. And now that is, like, true knowledge. Like, whether, you know, it was just, like, maybe his mannerisms or whatever. Or you can go in the future and come back. And what you say about the future is, you know, true. Like,
So you're going back in time and then coming back.
yeah, let's say you have like a
So
week.
you're just taking like a vacation, pretty
Yeah,
much.
you have a
past or
week and you
future.
can go wherever you want. And whenever you come back, the knowledge that you gain from that is now like everyone will believe you. You're not going back just to make up lies.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this.
What would you guys do?
In a minute.
Because I'll
Yeah,
tell
I'm gonna
mine.
weigh the pros and cons.
Because I jumped right. I would go back in time and I would go straight to Jesus time, like when he was born, and I just would figure
They
out the
have
truth.
to believe you.
They have to believe me.
Oh,
You're gonna upset a lot of people.
Well, right. I might get killed when I come back because I'm a heretic or some shit, but I would want the truth.
What if it was true?
Then I guess I'm a fucking idiot.
You came back, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am fucking sorry, but at least your 4 religions are bullshit.
Yeah.
But remember, we just said we don't always have to tell the truth.
Right. I have a press conference and I'm like, so I'd like to formally apologize to the Catholics and the Christians,
The Jews
and
were right.
I'm retiring.
Jews were right.
Yeah, the Jews were right.
Reminds me of that South Park. Like, what the hell? I'm a Christian. I'd be like, the Mormons.
Yeah.
The Mormons.
Who made it into heaven? The Mormons.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
On Stranger Things, they have one part where the older brother's getting all mad at the girl, and she comes into the house. She's like, "Who are you talking to out there? Mormons?"
It's the best excuse. I use that so much now everywhere. Who's
think-
talking to you? Mormons.
The Mormons.
They're very talkative.
I think I decided, though.
Okay.
Future.
Yeah? At what point?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. 150 years.
Okay.
No exact reason why, but when you come back, you could pretty much tell everyone, like, how fucked we are in the future. And you
Right.
could get a bunch of people to change their ways now. Because we're definitely fucking our planet up.
Right.
Go back there, you come and be like, guys, it's a shit show. Like, you fucked up hardcore. And then maybe they would actually change.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, we're all living in a fucking sewage planet.
Right.
I would
Nothing-
love to see
yeah.
the future.
I would do.
And then I'd also be like, but Mars is awesome.
You're right. Mars is the
fucking
shit.
dope.
You guys all need
Life
to,
on Mars is way better.
You
And
guys
then
all
I'm
need to
like,
jump on Elon right now because he's
Yeah,
doing
dude.
it right.
Fucking Elon Musk.
But I think that
what
might be like
happens.
more beneficial.
Right.
Actually,
But then on the
wake
flip
up some
side, like
fucking
what you
people.
did to me, like what if you went there and it was just like, oh, shit's just still kind of
I'd be like,
going.
I don't know. You guys just do
Or-
you.
Or
Just-
now that
there-
you
there's
went
nothing
there,
to report.
came back, and now you could have just made a totally different future.
Yeah.
Or it could be
That's
even
true.
shittier
Right.
than the first
Yeah.
one.
Come back
Oh,
with the
yeah.
iPhone 17.
But if it was like really shitty, yeah,
$3,000.
yeah. If it was if it was super shitty, like couldn't really go any worse. But if it was super nice, I'd just keep my mouth shut, tell them
Right.
nothing.
Good point.
Like, no, nothing happened. It was cool.
Crystal Meth says I would
Those are
go
weird.
back. Where would you go back to, Crystal Meth? Abraham Lincoln said I was supposed to be the president and I'm the coolest kid alive. Salty. I go to the past. I went back in time. George Washington agreed we should all make a human centipede. What's this guy's name? Not Forrest, Chandler, or Wes. Sam, right?
Yeah, Sam.
Do you want to say your last name or no?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I go back to time when KFC chicken was 50% off. There you go.
Damn. That was a
And
thing.
maybe when it was actually good.
Right. I don't
That's
know.
gonna cause some ruckus.
I don't.
I just go to Popeyes.
Yeah,
Right?
good.
Yeah. I don't know. I would want to go to the future just so I could like find out what the fuck happens in the future, but
Right.
who knows? Like you said, maybe I just go to a time and things are just still like going. So like
Yeah.
that was fucking boring.
Right.
I would only want
Well,
to go to
everything
the
would be so
future.
different.
Yeah.
It'd be way entertaining.
That's true.
Mm. Just to see the aliens.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to see the other life forms.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's like Futurama.
That
oh
would
yeah,
be
that'd be
fucking
cool. That'd be so badass.
Just like robots and aliens everywhere. Oh shit.
You gotta think though, like language would evolve so differently too. You probably couldn't talk to anyone.
No.
You could maybe talk to some like historians or something,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, English would be dead by
Yeah.
then.
or just like very very low grade
Like
English.
Latin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I'm surprised isn't getting worked on as like a universal language.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
that
fucking
would
insane.
It
feel like
probably
that
will
would-
at some point. Just everyone
too busy. doing
morphs
other
together or
shit.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who
The
knows?
one thing that will unite humans is aliens. Because then
Yeah.
we're gonna think of us all as a group, not individual things.
Mhm.
Then maybe like, let's go with one currency, one fucking. Oh, that's just like the first. One person just running the whole planet.
Right.
That doesn't sound very good.
No. Sounds like a giant
Like,
dictatorship.
Yeah.
Or maybe some type
But
of subcategory.
Possibly.
Who is it in Futurama? Is it Nixon?
Yeah.
They made the world leader. They brought him
Yeah.
back. Just his head, Nixon's head, is the world
in the
leader.
jar. Yeah.
Like they make him a robot suit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show's so good.
It did say English would not be there in 100 years.
Oh shit.
Well, I think they say Chinese Mandarin is the fastest growing language
Huh.
and the most common spoken language now.
Yeah, like we need to just like whoever speaks like one language, like the biggest group, that's
Just
what everyone
teach
else.
it and
That's
learn
what
it.
everyone else has to.
English is dead.
Yeah, really.
Because
is.
like everyone in America would be like, oh, obviously just English, right? Like, let's do that. Like, no, there's way more people that like speak Chinese and stuff.
Because then there's no boundaries. You could literally go anywhere in the world you want, and
Yeah.
there's not going to be confusion.
Well, it would just go to whoever has the best economy, and then that would ruin the economy.
There would be, because there'd be different dialects.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's
Be
true.
like someone from Texas
Yeah.
talking to someone from New York.
Yeah.
But
and
maybe
they're always
you-
going to talk different.
I would hope that it would still be kind of like, for example, like Spanish and Portuguese, where you can still communicate with each other. It's just not 100%.
Yeah.
'Cause it'd be cool if I could go right now to Russia and be able to talk to everyone, even if it's broken. That'd be kind of cool. Or Germany, or name your place.
That'd be nice.
But-
That would be really cool.
As long as you
not
go
know-
to like high destination points,
Right.
probably find most people speak
speak
a little bit of English.
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
I just feel bad. I would feel bad going to a country and then expecting someone to speak English to me.
Yeah, being.
Yep.
You don't
So
speak
cool.
English here?
Right.
So we all need those little fucking things you can talk into and translate for you.
Those are
Those
cool.
things are fucking awesome.
They have an
Your
earbud.
smartphone?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I never really thought about that. I just always like a little thing. You just talk, and then they get all excited, like, oh, fuck.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
an
He just
earbud now that's really cool where I don't know how you would communicate back. I guess smartphone, but you would hear a different language and it translates immediately into your ear.
Oh, that's really cool.
And
Yeah.
it's like any language
Yeah.
it'll pick up.
That's got to be
Just
expensive, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure
man.
it's not cheap.
It'd be cool as fuck, though. Just knowing people are saying.
Right.
How many fucking people do you run into that's not speaking English?
Oh, around here.
I mean, I bet if you
Right.
traveled,
Yeah.
it'd
Yeah.
be cool. Like,
So you could hear what they said and be like, yes.
just hear everyone
Yeah.
just making fun of you.
Right. Fuck.
Damn, everyone's roasting me.
I've wanted to pick up on a little bit of Spanish so I could talk to the two guys that speak Spanish. They speak perfect English, but to each other they only speak Spanish.
Right.
I really want to catch like them talking some shit.
They're just like, fuck that Chandler guy.
I can't
Well, I
wait
think
to.
I would understand that.
I can't wait to buy the earbud and go to Germany and just hear like, who's that fat white guy? Who's that fat American? He's living all the stereotypes. He's got a beard. He's overweight. He's going into McDonald's. Of course.
He's calling our beers beer.
Oh, fuck, that'd be so funny. Just didn't know what people were saying.
Right.
Typical American.
What was someone that asked the question the other day? Would you rather be in like a zombie invasion, an alien invasion, and what was the third one?
I don't remember.
I think you had to go zombie.
It's like
right?
the apocalypse. I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh, nuclear holocaust.
Yeah.
Now, what zombies?
Not
That's
28 days later zombies where they're all sprinters, because fuck
Well,
that.
is it like equal levels of danger between the three?
Not necessarily, I don't think.
No, I would say that's
No.
up for your
I'm gonna
interpretation.
go with aliens.
Yeah?
Yeah, because like obviously they're gonna fuck up a ton of things, but nuclear holocaust that's just
Yeah, that's third on my
everyone's
list
fucked,
for sure.
like, no matter what. But then zombies, but like yeah, zombies are fucking horrible.
I've seen enough
But-
movies, though.
Right?
There's a higher chance of me going into outer space if fucking aliens come down.
You bring a good point.
Yeah,
There's
like-
also a good chance that they could just sit in space and just go, eh.
Right?
I feel like we might be able to put.
No.
If someone fucking comes here, there's not a goddamn thing we
Yeah.
can do about it. But I don't know. Like, what if they wanted to take some slaves or something? I'm going into outer space.
I'd be down about that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're gonna take a bunch of slaves. I'm like, I'll volunteer.
Yeah.
Take me, bud.
I'd probably, let's say it's like Walking Dead zombies. Just like,
Oh,
slow but in a group, like you kind of get fucked.
I'd probably pick zombies.
I go with
Me
too.
too, because I know what I'm up against for the most part.
Right.
Katanas.
Aliens come.
Yeah. Aliens come. Like, what if it's like Battle LA where they're just super fucking advanced and strong and.
And we still won.
Right. Well, maybe.
Well, name me a movie that fucking humans lose to aliens. Like,
That
we
one-
always win.
That one didn't end necessarily on a great note. Because, like, they won one little battle.
Yeah, but that gave them the knowledge to how to take out everything.
Right.
So everyone just had to do the same thing they did, and then they'd be able to do it and wipe out all the aliens. And I'm sure that's what happened after. They just needed to know how to beat them, and then once they figured that out, they passed that information along, and it was probably super easy.
Right.
Because you got to imagine, we took down the aliens in L.A., their whole base and everything, with like 6 dudes.
That
So
is nuts.
everyone figures out how to take them, then they send their whole fucking army in, and it's fucking end game.
You know, that just doesn't sound as fun.
Yeah.
We're being
Um,
realistic here, guys.
AVP 2.
Oh.
Humans don't win there.
No,
Yeah,
they
I didn't think of that.
hard loss in
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
one.
they had to nuke the whole fucking
It's
city.
more realistic, yeah. Just fuck that.
Forgot about that one.
I love AVP. Those are some good movies.
I can't believe they didn't make a third one.
They did.
They did?
Yeah, that's
I didn't know they had a third one.
I thought they just had the first 2.
Oh, I think there's 3.
I have
Is
no
there three?
idea. I've never seen
That's
the third
really
one if
cool.
there is one.
I
I
get
feel like the
mind
third
blown.
one sucks, though.
Maybe I'm thinking of.
Alien?
Alien, there's like
No,
4.
yeah, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
aliens.
Or 5 now.
No, there's 6.
Yeah. It's Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
That was, I liked it.
It was interesting, but it puts so many loopholes. Like
Yeah, for
plot
sure.
holes
That's a
and
problem when they do
everything.
these prequel stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
what? My guy spoke Slavic. That's cool. Wes, if you had a chance to save yourself out of the 3 guys there, who would you save? Would you leave? Or who will you sacrifice?
I don't want to answer that.
Hello, my great grandma spoke Slavic. Actually, I think she immigrated. They're making Predator, or remaking it.
Yeah, I just saw that they're
Oh,
making a
Should be
new.
interesting.
They can't remake it without Arnold.
Right?
Yeah.
Got to get his old ass in there.
Yeah, for real.
Wasn't there a
I've
new
always liked
Terminator?
the Predator way more than the Aliens, but as far as like the individual movies and stuff, Aliens were
Had
so
it.
much fucking better
I
than
know.
like
Oh.
the original Predator ones.
I'm thinking of Predators, the movie, 2010.
Oh, where they were
Where
on
they
a
went to
planet.
that fucking
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah.
It's
That
like
one
big
was-
game hunting.
That one was kind of whack.
I thought that was kind of like the third Predator movie.
Yeah, that's what I got mixed up with.
Yeah. The first Predator is so funny, though. Just was like 4 big buff guys
Right.
just going
Oh,
around.
yeah. there's like 8 of them. There's a whole
Oh, yeah.
squad of them
Right.
going into this jungle.
Just huge guys. I was like, damn.
And then the whole second one is about a whole police force. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
kill the damn thing.
That one, I like that one too.
That was pretty good. How they get to the end of it and you get onto their ship
Right.
and you see all their trophies on the
Oh,
wall
yeah.
and kind of digs deeper into how they work as a society and
Right.
whatnot.
Don't they give him something for a trophy?
Mhm. Because he made it all the way there and I think he killed one of them.
Yeah.
So they gifted him with something to honor him.
Right. Who isn't that Danny Glover in that? The main guy.
It could have been.
I can't remember.
Isn't he the guy from Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
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 I
I
met,
love
old
Lethal
for this
Weapon
damn
so
shit.
much.
yeah, I met him at Comic-Con one year, and like his hearing's really bad. You know, he's old as fuck.
Right.
So they're like, "What's your name?" Forrest. What? It's Forrest.
Yeah.
What?
He was old in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's been
It was so
fucking
funny.
15 years since that movie came out. Probably even
Just
more than that.
about.
He's like, "You gotta get closer." Just so fucking
God,
funny.
have you guys seen that shit where it's saying like the movies that are turning like 10 years old and the music that's turning 10 years old and you're like, oh, this is what aging's like?
So weird.
'Cause there's movies that came out in like 2008 and I'm like, oh, I remember going and seeing that.
Yeah.
And it's like turning
Avatar.
10 years old. Yeah.
Fuck.
What? That's 10 years old?
Just about.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that movie doesn't seem old at all.
No, not at all.
No.
Not
It's
10
like-
years old.
Like 2 years, 3 years ago it came out.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah, knows.
There's probably so many like that.
Did you like Avatar?
I love that movie.
I did too, and it gets a lot of hate.
It was good.
I get a
that
lot of
movie's
hate for
fucking
liking
dope.
it.
I can see why
Where's the
it can
second
get
one is my
hate,
question.
but yeah,
Who knows?
for real,
James
right?
Cameron's sucking too much.
He made too much money off that.
Right?
He don't
Yeah.
care anymore.
That movie fucking made so much money in the box office. It's crazy when you like hear how much money it
Mhm.
makes, then you're like, they haven't even started selling it yet.
Right?
How many people are gonna fucking buy that shit?
Pre-sold tickets.
That was the first IMAX 3D movie I ever saw, and it was the craziest thing ever.
I can't remember if I saw 3D or not.
Have you ever had the D box where it like moves?
Nah.
Don't.
No.
It's a waste.
Really?
Fucking almost made me sick. I was like, and it was kind of stupid because you would think that like, oh, if it's like, oh, they're driving a car, like you would kind of like move with the car.
Right.
It would just fucking like shake back and forth. So like something would be going left, and then all of a sudden you're like bending right. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I turned it off like 10 minutes in. I couldn't stand it.
I think that'd be fun for kids.
I liked
Yeah,
it
it just-
during
It moves.
Fast and Furious.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think. It
Well,
was
imagine
bad.
that, like Fast and Furious, and it's going left, and then all of a sudden you're just like shaking back and forth. Like, it doesn't match what you're seeing.
Oh,
is my
okay.
problem. Like, it just has like a preset kind of where like, oh, there's an action here, so go left, left, right, left. Like, it doesn't
So it's
match
not
what
following the movie.
Yeah, it's not
They
following the movie. It will just
I see what you're
fucking
saying.
randomly
Oh.
like move back and forth. So it's just a waste.
See, but I knew that. I knew that they weren't synced up with movies, and I still haven't done it.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I thought they were always synced up.
No.
That's lame.
That's what I was fucking stoked about. Well, I didn't pay for it, so they were like, "Oh, let's get this. It'll be super fun." I was like, "That's off." If you weren't able to turn that off, I would have lost my shit.
Wes and I are making a porno, March 2018.
What?
Only
Congratulations.
Yeah.
only if we can do a
Like a
movie that Zach and Mary make a porno, but it's Crystal Meth and Wes make a porno, and we film a movie making a porno. I'm in at that point.
Can I be the film?
Yeah, of course.
Or can I at least just watch? I don't know if I really want to film. I don't know if I can get up in that shit.
Hey man, get up in there.
Watch the pull-out.
Yeah, it's like right here. Watch you pull out. I'm down here. Just get shit on him.
Oh, I
Oh.
forgot about that scene in that movie.
He's just
That's the best
underneath
scene.
the
Yeah.
angel scene.
Have you seen that one? Zach and Mary make a porno. It's
Yeah.
like Seth Rogen or whatever.
I don't think I've seen the whole thing, but yeah, I've seen it.
I remember the first time I saw that, I didn't know that was a scene in the movie, and it happened. I'm like, oh
The chick can shoot ping pong. Is it ping pong balls out of a
Yeah.
badge? Just like boonk, or ice. It just shoots.
no.
That was also on Beer League.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, it
I
was.
forgot about Beer League.
That's
that
a
movie's so
great
funny.
movie.
I was watching Beer
I don't know if I've
Fest
seen
the other
that.
day.
We and you watched Beer League in my house
Okay, I probably have.
like a long time ago.
How many movies I've seen?
You told me to watch it. It has the dude. Doesn't it have the dude from like the original Animal House in it?
Yeah, it is that guy.
Yeah.
They just have a softball team and they have to stop drinking, but
Yeah.
they don't stop drinking.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, it's fucking good. Yeah, Beer Fest is on Netflix, so I was watching that one
It's
too.
great.
It's so fucking funny.
I'm hoping the new Super Troopers 2 is like, because that humor kind of died. If you
Yeah.
like look at movies like that, kind of like slapstick, like
Yeah.
you know, dude bro humor. I really hope Super Troopers just goes with it again,
I do too.
and it comes out on 420, which
That's so funny they did that.
that's,
Release at 420.
doesn't look familiar.
Not at all.
Really?
Nice.
I've seen it.
I maybe like told. I don't know. I don't know why I would have told you to watch that.
I don't know.
It doesn't look familiar now. I
Yeah,
don't
it was
know if
funny.
Yeah.
So good call.
Yeah.
What time are we at?
An hour 17. So we can go like 10 more minutes.
What's a good ending topic? To spice things up.
Fuck, I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
I don't know. We cover a lot of things on these, so
I always forget.
I always forget new stuff.
Right. God, we're 66 episodes in. I swear to God, we've talked about everything.
Yeah.
Let me think. What's like a story from like one of these raves you've been to that was just wild? Like it doesn't have to involve you. Like maybe you saw some crazy shit.
So allegedly,
That's always a great start.
Right?
we went to the after party, and my friend has allegedly ketamine
Yeah.
and coke, and we're all doing the ketamine allegedly, and he puts a massive bump on this key, and I'm talking massive, and we're all chit-chatting, and he's doing his own thing in the corner, and right as we look at him and see how much he has on the key, and we're all like, John, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, just don't do it, and he just goes the whole thing right off the bat, fucking K-holes himself right out, can't remember anything. We get back to my place, and he falls asleep in the bed of my truck, and this is about 8 in the morning,
Right.
till about noon or so, he wanders into my house, and he has a drug test in the next 3 hours.
Oh, no.
Shit.
He's done Molly, coke, ketamine,
Right.
smoked weed,
They just look at this can't be right.
and when he goes into his test, they don't question the Molly or anything. They just question the coke.
Oh, what?
Oh. What the hell?
Like, you're allowed to do all this, but come on.
Why do you have coke in your system? What? That's what you care about?
Oh, that's so fucking amazing.
What's ketamine? I'm not familiar with
It's
that.
an animal tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it like green powder?
It's a
Yeah.
white powder. It's
Yeah, it looks like
disassociative.
Okay.
So pretty much,
Do you do something else or just fucking eat that?
No, you snort it.
I have always allegedly snorted it.
Because I know someone that does that on like the daily and just gets a big old fucking scoop and throws it in his mouth.
Like you can put it in your mouth. It is dissolvable like that.
Yeah.
There's also liquid form you can
Yeah,
get.
I've never
IVs.
done it, and like I just didn't know anything about it, and I saw him do that. I was like, oh, I
I
guess that's how you do
allegedly
that.
know a couple doctors that I could go to, and they will hook me up
Oh wow.
and put me in a K-hole. And
But he's doing like a lot. Like there's a big fucking spoonful.
yeah,
I can imagine trying to snort that amount.
So
I
does that
just
just put
couldn't
you on
imagine
your
trying
You only
to
do
function
small.
on that.
Right.
That's
Does it just put you
Or
on your
snorting
ass?
it.
pretty
Yeah, nothing
much,
small
yeah.
about that
You'll
spoon,
just
dude.
be disassociated from yourself. So
Yeah.
if you do too much, you see. I start to see myself from the third person when I'm on it, and I start losing, like not losing if I'm on too much of it. I start questioning who I am, the actions that I'm doing, just
Right.
little single things. It's really weird, but at very low dosages, like little bumps and stuff, is a very, very fun party drug
Okay.
with some coke.
Right.
Because if you do too much of the ketamine, you're gonna knock yourself out. You're not gonna remember anything, and the coke's gonna mellow it down and sober you up a little bit, so you can keep going.
Right. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, because I know someone else who does that as well, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I never really knew what. I knew it was like a tranquilizer, but I never knew like how it affected your body.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I've only done it like 3 or 4 times, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. I would never buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm thinking of something else that he's doing with that.
Oh,
giant
you're
spoon.
talking about kratom?
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Not Special K.
Yeah. Because the more you were talking about it, I was like, there's no fucking way. I'm way off here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
take a little.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is.
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about now. Yeah. Kratom, whatever.
What's the one you said?
Whatever
What?
the fuck that is.
Kratom?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you know, it's like just this plant, and like whatever season you get in or something, it affects you differently, and or something. I don't know. Someone was telling me about it, like the color of leaves. I've never done it.
I was definitely thinking of that though.
Okay.
100%.
And then you can buy this bark. It's not very much for a pound of it,
Mm-hmm.
and once you buy it, you can extract DMT off of it,
Oh, really?
and it's legal to buy.
Oh shit.
What is it called?
That's a good question.
Fuck.
I can text my homegirl and figure it out. But
Right.
So, how would you extract it? Is it just?
there's
Small needle.
there's many different many different ways to do it. One of them, I remember her saying you use paint thinner and some other stuff.
Mm.
So you pretty much are just breaking that bark down to its natural components,
Yeah.
and then sifting off all the nasty shit, all the
Right.
chemicals you've been throwing in there. And then once you set it in your freezer and start your extraction off of it, you'll pull about 1 gram or so off.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
Huh. That's cool.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done
Goddamn
peyote?
scientist.
No, I wish.
Yeah.
I really,
I'm
really
gonna
want
do
it.
peyote too.
Oh,
I've heard good and bad things from peyote though.
Yeah.
I guess all
Good.
of them. I hear good and bad from all of them.
I
so-
also want to go on with a shaman on a spiritual adventure and try ayahuasca.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
That's-
that'd be crazy.
Sounds so much fun.
Yeah, it'd be a wild experience.
If you ever find someone that will fucking do that,
Right. Yeah.
Oh, trust me.
got
I've been
like a group
trying
of
to
10
find-
people sign up real quick.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There's also bees that collect pollen off of a certain plant, and the plant is very, very, very poisonous. High arsenic inside of it, I believe,
Mhm.
but it's super full of psychoactive chemicals. One of them is very high in DMT.
Fuck.
And you take the honey, you refine it into wine, and you will trip fucking
I think
balls
I've
off
heard
this
about
honey.
Yeah, I've heard about that too, and the people who said they tried it just say it was the craziest
Mhm.
fucking thing they've ever had happen.
Fuck.
That's where Futurama got their episode with Leela and the space jelly.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
off
I
of
didn't
those
realize
bees.
that.
That makes sense.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
it
That's
does.
fun.
I need to try some shit.
Well, shall we call it?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
podcast.
It was.
Yeah, thanks for everyone that's watching right now. If you want to follow any of our social medias, they're down below. Subscribe on YouTube. We'll post all our videos there. And
Crystal Meth, I'll send you Wes's address.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, for sure.